Understanding currency swaps. Swap is a word that means to exchange what we have with each other. Currency swap literally means to exchange money among the parties involved in the transaction. It is the central banks of each country that lead the currency swap transactions. This is because they have the authority to issue their own currency. The principle of currency swap is simple. What should we do if the Bank of Korea, the Central Bank of Korea, urgently needs dollars? For now, we can take the money we need out of our foreign currency reserves, which are the savings banks of dollars. However, you have no choice but to borrow money from someone with a lot of dollars if the money in your foreign exchange reserves is not enough to use a rapid supply. After much consideration, the Bank of Korea decides to raise dollars from the Central Bank of Canada. Hey, we're short on dollars right now. Can you lend me some money? Instead, I'll put the Korean won as collateral, and I'll give you the borrowed dollars back a few years later with a little interest. Then, when the Central Bank of Canada says OK, a currency swap is signed. The Central Bank of Canada receives the won instead of giving the dollar to the Bank of Korea, so a currency swap has been made. There are many reasons why currency swaps are necessary. If a sufficient amount of foreign currency is accumulated in exchange for the won, the US dollar can be prevented from running low when making transactions with foreign trading partners or repaying debts. Currency swaps can also be used to stabilize the exchange rate. For example, if the US benchmark interest rate is higher than that of Korea, foreign investors are likely to withdraw funds from Korea and invest in the US market. If foreigners shout return the investment, the demand for dollars will increase that much. What if Korea does not have enough dollars in this situation? The price of the dollar becomes high because demand is high and supply is insufficient. The amount of won that must be paid to obtain the dollar increases the exchange rate. The high exchange rate is bad for foreign investors. Suppose Michael, who lives in the United States, invested in Korean stocks. Michael owns 1,000 won worth of shares of Company A. He bought it when the exchange rate was 1,000 won for a dollar. However, the exchange rate doubled to 2,000 won while the stock price remained the same. Michael suffers losses in this case. In the past, you could get $1 if you exchanged 1,000 won of stock money, but now you can only get $0.5. The higher the exchange rate rises, the greater the loss becomes, and Michael will try to withdraw money from the Korean stock market. This could lead to a vicious circle of rising demand for the dollar, rising exchange rate, loss of investment, outflow of funds.